Welcome to today's video. Creflo Dollar is an American televangelist, senior pastor, and the founder of the non-denominational World Changers Church International based in College Park, Georgia, a suburb of Atlanta. He heads the Creflo Dollar Ministerial Association, Creflo Dollar Ministries, and Arrow Record. Dollar and his wife Taffi have 5 children and live in Atlanta. According to Celebrity Net Worth, Creflo Dollar has a net worth of approximately $27 million. Dollar is known for his contentious teachings on prosperity. He has been criticized for living an extravagant lifestyle. According to Daily Mail, Creflo preaches prosperity from the gospel, with members of his church urged to donate a portion of their income, known as tithe, to the church. He lives in a spectacular $2.4 million mansion set in over 50 acres of land in Fayette County, near Atlanta, and once owned a condo overlooking Central Park in New York City, before selling it for a profit above $1 million, Daily Mail reported. They also have a house on a private estate in Bergen, North New Jersey, where the last similar property to be sold reached a price of $2.1 million. Property taxes on the estate are around $34,000 a year. His preferred pick of cars is a Rolls-Royce. He says it was a gift. According to Wikipedia, he owns 2 Rolls-Royces. His followers found out from his $65 million appeal the world's fastest and the most luxurious private jet is his desired method of air travel. The request for the $65 million was made in a video on the website of his Atlanta-based church. Dollar alleged he needed the Gulfstream to replace his current jet, Gulfstream 3 jet, N103CD, which had flown over 4 million miles. It was damaged on the ground at Biggin Hill Airport, south of London, as it prepared for departure. Creflo would use the jet to fly around the world to deliver his message as well as hand out aid to the most needy. The appeal said. He evaded a Senate Finance Committee inquiry into his finances. Dollar contested the probe, arguing that the proper governmental entity to examine religious groups is the IRS, not the Committee on Finance. According to wealth tracking site The Richest, the World Changers Church International, New York brings in $345,000 a month alone. Dollar denied commenting on his salary. The Reverend Dollar rarely gives any interviews, and callers to his palatial-style home can only enter through an entry phone system. Such is the lavish nature of his property that the house, which features Roman-style pillars at the entrance, cannot be seen from the roadside. Wrought iron gates emblazoned with 2 roaring lions stand at the entrance to a winding roadway leading up to the house set in 53 acres, including 2 lakes. A cream-colored wall surrounds the property with 2-foot-tall Victorian-style lamps adorning the pillars. Neighbors rarely see Dollar or his wife Taffi, but have complained about the lights on the perimeter wall being kept on all the time. $31 owns the biggest property in Fayette County. Since buying the property in 1994, he has transferred ownership to his church in a process known as quit-claim deed. It has since been transferred back into Dollar's and his wife's names. The pastor took the title of the county's biggest house after Evander Holyfield lost his 109-room mansion to foreclosure in 2012. The World Changers Church International, like other churches, is a tax-exempt organization. Donors receive a tax exemption for their donations, and the church pays no tax on the revenue. As a church, it also does not have to file a publicly available tax return, unlike other non-profit organizations. The Senate committee, led then by Iowa Republican Charles Grassley, announced an investigation into the finances of 6 TV evangelists, among them Dollar, found that in 2006, World Changers had received $69 million in contributions at its Atlanta church alone. It also revealed the Dollars own 2 multi-million-dollar homes in Georgia, and that the church and its related businesses had owned 4 different aircraft. In 2005, the Dollars paid $2.4 million for a 67th-floor condo in the Time Warner Center. 5 years later, they sold the 2-bedroom unit for $3.75 million, making a healthy profit of over $1 million. At the time he launched his first ministry, Dollar and his wife lived on a smart estate in Fayetteville, Georgia. According to an article by Daily Mail, Dollar launched his World Changers ministry in 1986 in the cafe of a school in College Park when 8 people attended. The name was later changed to World Changers Church International, and as his congregation grew it moved to its own chapel. In 1995 the church moved to its current location known as the World Dome, a 8,500-seat facility that cost $18 million to build. The church boasts 30,000 members and has 350 employees working on an 81-acre campus. There is a satellite church in the Bronx, New York, and one of the reasons Dollar has given for wanting the private jet is so he can easily commute between Atlanta and New York. His church boasts members around the world, and its slick website says it has members in Russia, Canada, Europe, South America and Asia. Public records show that Dollar and his wife have at least 20 companies linked to their names, ranging from a record company called Arrow to another called Epic Mineral. Much of the income for Dollar and his church is derived from sales of books, tapes and other items linked to his prosperity gospel. Dollar is also said to charge up to $100,000 for each speaking engagement. Dollar said in a 2007 interview with the Associated Press that he renounced his salary from the church, and his income only comes from personal investments, including a real estate residential property business and horse breeding company called Dollar Ranch. Daily Mail Online could find no record of a horse breeding company called Dollar Ranch. Thank you for watching.